Hi guys, it's Mandy here. So just so you know, this is the second time I've recorded this video because the first time I went on a complete rant and I was just making absolutely no sense whatsoever. So I'm going to try again. So I recently, this morning, should I say, got on the internet and I heard apparently that there's going to be a new adaptation of Robin Hood, rumoured, not entirely sure whether it's set in stone, it's rumoured there's going to be a new adaptation of Robin Hood. And apparently they're going to be making Robin a black female character. So what I was saying in my previous rant, which I'll try and say a bit more coherently here, is that I think we need to draw a line in the sand. This is getting out of hand. It's not that it's getting out of hand, actually. It's gotten out of hand, and we need to draw this line now. I personally think, now I don't know how to do this, I really don't, but I know this sounds ridiculous, but maybe we need to set up a petition, then send it to government, the English government, and say to them, we need to protect our English heritage from the Americans because they do not seem to understand how to respect English history and literature. They seem to think that we are going to just roll over and allow them to spit all over our history, heritage, and literature. Okay, so basically that is what I am asking. Do you guys think we need to set this petition up for people in England to sign and say, we have had enough. America is no longer allowed to touch English literature without the express permission of the government? The entertainment and industry in America does not seem to understand that respecting literature for what it is and its heritage and the people who created it, respecting them is paramount to a successful industry. And I said it in my previous rant, and I'll say it again. Them doing this to English and European literature is ultimate disrespect, ultimate sexism, ultimate racism. They are being the ultimate racists right now because of the fact that they are disregarding our heritage and using it as a platform for black, lesbian, gay, women's rights agendas. I don't give a shit about your personal desires to be whatever you want to be. If you want to be lesbian, gay, black, white, blue, male, female, a fucking dog, cat, whatever you want to call yourself, I couldn't care less. But all I ask is that you respect what is not yours. English literature is not for the Americans to spit all over. We have pride in our literature and our history and our heritage. The difference, and I'm going to be getting a bit personal here because it's true, and a lot of people are not going to like this, so I apologize if you feel offended by this, but it is the truth. America has no real history to it. That is why they take European literature and history, because it's the only place that they can find their own history. Because you got to remember, Americans, white Americans, are actually English and European settlers who went to America and slaughtered the Native Americans. This is the truth of their history. They went there and they slaughtered the Native Americans. We know this as a fact. That is the only history these people have. And they feel so guilty about it that they feel that they need to correct it by bolstering black people and Native American stories and But it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. They are literally bolstering lesbians, gays, and feminists. And, I have no problem with people believing what they want to believe, but I have a problem when they take something that is sacred to another race. English people are a race. You are ultimately being racist against white people if you don't think white people have heritage that should be respected. White English people should be respected. White Europeans should be respected. Especially we should respect the fact that white Europeans and white English people are different. We do need to respect white culture for what it is and the differences between white culture. English people are not the same as Irish people. Irish people are not the same as Scottish people. Scottish people are not the same as Welsh people. And these countries are not the same as France, Germany, Italy, Greece. None of these cultures are the same. Just because we're all white does not mean we have the same culture. And to clump us together and say whites against blacks is racist. And you're using, but you had slaves, you had black slaves, therefore we're entitled to guilt trip you into doing whatever we want. I might point out there are black people who sold black people. There were people who were black who had black slaves. Go and look up your history. And there are still people who today are technically being treated like slaves. Sweatshops. Do you think sweatshops in China treat people like free citizens? No, they're treated like slaves. They're given less than minimal wage for spending all day, every day, literally every day, all day, in a factory, making stupid material objects so that the people in the first world can go to Primark and buy cheap clothing. And these people can barely make enough money to feed themselves and their families. That's called slavery. It's slavery today. I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but this is me calm, by the way. So I am trying my best to be calm, but I just find it so insulting that America deems English literature and English heritage and European literature and heritage worthy of being disrespected and spat all over, and they can use it as a prop for their own bullshit. So I really, I don't know what to do, guys. This is, if I knew what to do, I would probably say, we should sign petitions and have these petitions sent to government and ask them to protect our heritage and our literature, because this is ridiculous. Americans do not seem to understand that respecting other people's cultures is paramount to a successful business. And I don't know, because it was bad enough that Tolkien's stuff got disrespected majorly, but now I just don't know what to do. The Robin Hood story is the quintessential English story. The last adaptation of Robin Hood was bad enough, okay? It was bad enough that they tried to modernize the style of Robin Hood, and you know what? We sort of just about let that one pass through, but now they're trying to literally turn around and say Robin needs to be turned into a black female character so that we can bolster female empowerment, and frankly, I think it's the ultimate insult. And to black people, because of the fact that you're telling me black people have no heritage of their own. You're telling me black people would not want to create films about African mythos. You're telling me African mythos is not good enough? That they have to hijack white cultural heritage and history and change that. I mean, I was just flabbergasted when I heard that apparently I don't know whether it went through, but apparently someone somewhere wanted to make a black Anne Boleyn. And they made arguments saying that, oh, we don't know about the art. The art may have been altered in history by the artist. They may have changed her colour. I mean, that was the stupidest argument I ever heard in my life for why they should be allowed to cast a black Anne Boleyn. Oh my god, I'm past it now. I really am. I'm just so exhausted by all this. It's so depressing to think that this is an industry that I dreamed of joining. I dreamed of going to Hollywood and becoming a Hollywood director. I dreamed of walking on that red carpet, and it would be the last thing I want to do now. I don't want to go to Hollywood. I want to create my own Hollywood, if you will. I want to create a Hollywood in England that is willing to respect the English history and the European history for what it is, and the literature of any country. Because I don't think any country, no matter which country you're in, China, Japan, India, South Africa, Canada, America, it doesn't matter what country you're in, you deserve to have your heritage and your history and your literature and your mythos respected. But the fact that people in Hollywood don't care is so... I have no words for it. It's just so... When is enough enough? You know, it's so sad. It's so sad to think that this is what people think is going to get them the attention that they want. I mean, yes, they're getting attention, but they're not going to convert anyone. They're not going to make people believe that a black woman Robin Hood is better than a white male Robin Hood. You're not going to convince anyone that that's better than the original. And any actor who takes that role will forever be ridiculed as being a racist, sexist. I don't even have a word for it, because it's like, you know, they are the racists, they are the sexists. It's racism against white European culture. It's unbelievable. Sorry, I'm gonna have a sip of tea, but I'm just beyond it, guys. I really am. I don't know. Like I said, if I knew how to, I would set up a petition and ask government to set up a law saying that we are not going to permit America to take English or European history and heritage and mutilate it in the name of entertainment. And if they cannot come up with their own political agenda films, original concepts, then frankly they don't deserve to have the right to our literature and our history and our heritage. They really don't. These people, they need to learn to create their own shit and stop using somebody else's name and fan base for it, because you're not going to convert fans by doing this. The Tolkien fans are not going to support this, and certainly no Robin Hood fans are ever going to support this. Anyone with half a brain knows how sexist and racist this is and would not be willing to support this. So anyway, guys, I think I better leave it here, because I'm gonna end up going on and on about this. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and God help us all, because I don't know what to do.